Hi everyone and welcome back to 80 Passione. Again, tonight we witness another interesting match, a real roller coaster where we witness everything. A player saving a match point. Probably we saw one of the shortest sets ever played at the finals. But if you want to know more, first of all, don't forget to subscribe to 80 Passione. But let's restart from the top. As I was saying, the first set was even shorter than an episode of a TV series, only 19 minutes, where Stefanos Tsitsipas managed to secure the opening set with a score of 6-1. At that point, Andrey Rublev seemed completely overwhelmed, and everyone had the impression that in about 20 or 30 minutes the match was going to be over. But because tennis is a very strange sport, the Russian player at that point showed a great personality. He was holding on his serve and he was producing better shots, in particular with his forehand. And at that point, he was pushing, Stefanos Tsitsipas, who started a little bit to doubt about himself. And in a very classic, like in a thriller movie, on 5-4 down, Stefanos Tsitsipas went, to stay in the set on serve. And he lost that game to love. And we were, after more or less 1 hour of the match, 1 set all. At that point, anything could happen. And I personally had the impression that the Russian player was on fire. At that point, I thought that he was going to win the match because you could see the defending champion being very nervous, not be able to find the right position during the returning games. He was quite shouting to himself, to his corner. He even received a warning for coaching from the umpire. And again, the match completely changed because Andrey Rublev was keeping, his serve very easily. And on the other hand, Stefanos Tsitsipas had to fight. He was a couple of times down love 30. And probably with a little bit of experience, like he mentioned at the end during the interview on court, he was hanging in there. And again, he managed basically to push Rublev to the final tie break on the score of 6-all. At that point, the Greek had an incredible, very fast start because he was 2-love ahead. Taking advantage of a couple of unforced errors of Rublev, and after we saw a couple of smashing winners from the Russian player, so we were 2-all. But the Greek player produced 3 consecutive points, and he was leading 5-2. So at that point, like the match, of the afternoon where Rafael Nadal was leading in the first tie break 5-2, we had the impression that probably the match was going in his way. But again, Rublev won 4 consecutive points and he went on match point on the score of 6-5 on his serve. And because again, probably he felt so much overwhelmed, so much under pressure, that he did the second double fault of the match. His second serve was only 83 miles per hour and he didn't even pass the net. Looking at him, he was, I felt very sorry for him because you could see on 6-all on the tie break, he was really shaking his head. He just realized the great opportunity that he had. It could be an incredible turnaround, but because tennis, once again, it's a very cynical sport. Stefanos Tsitsipas probably found more courage and he won the 2 consecutive points, and he won the tie break with the score of 8-6, taking advantage of an unforced error of Rublev. At the end, he was completely overwhelmed, and you could see even the way he was talking during the interview. He was completely exhausted. At the same time, he said he thinks that Andrey Rublev produced an incredible performance tonight. He said that for sure they're going to play in the future against each other, and probably he thinks that tonight he took advantage of the experience that he got last year winning these finals. So, as I was mentioning at the beginning, now on Thursday, hopefully in the evening, prime time, he will play against Rafael Nadal. For sure it's going to be a very interesting match. And having said that, let's already look at what is the program for tomorrow. We're going to have at 2 p.m. local time in London, Alexander Zverev against Diego Schwartzman, and in the evening the big match between the world #1 Novak Djokovic against Daniil Medvedev. Again, I believe the winner of this match will secure the first spot in this Tokyo Group 1970. At this point, it's very late. I think it's time just to rest and stay tuned on 80 Passione. Remember, we are going together to discover who is going to be the new master of this last edition in London. Leave your comments, leave your prediction, share this video, subscribe to the channel and bring more people, because as I say, if spectators are not allowed at the O2 Arena, the more we are, the better it is on 80 Passione. That's all for now. Ciao!